So greetings from Pennsylvania. Once again, we're still here in Lycoming County. And I finally made it to my, where I'm going to stay overnight, here at Little Pine State Park. I was here years ago, never camped here before, but I'll show you around my tiny little site. Yes, I'm here at Site 98. Enough room to park a little bit. I got my picnic table. My fire ring is back there. This is kind of cool. I have a little fence and there's a little stream back here. That's cool. We do have some neighbors, which is fine. Looks like there's a whole bunch of people over there. They got swim tubes and all kinds of stuff. Some neighbors down that way. Looks like one over here too, so anyway. But neighbors are okay, aren't they? I know some of you get mad at me when I talk about wanting a little bit of privacy at campgrounds, but anyway, about the best I could do, I think, when I was looking online. Yeah, I do try to find spots that are a little more away from people, but it doesn't always work out. All right, it is past 5 o'clock. I got here a little bit later than I was thinking, but anyway, I'm starving. All I had was like 2 granola bars for lunch. So we're gonna be making creamy pasta with morels for supper, hopefully. Got some mail to share with you. We gotta get things set up, get a fire going, all that good stuff. So we'll see how noisy our neighbors are tonight. It is what it is, folks. I like quiet, but anyway, I need to get set up. All right, so I got most of the stuff up. I think I'll put the tent right here. It'll be kind of nice. Listen to the sound of the water all night. Not gonna start a fire just yet. We're kind of in the sun right there. We'll wait till later tonight, maybe. Not have the fire right away. I don't want to sit in the sun for a fire. But yeah, let's get home set up. And through the magic of video editing, our home is set up just like that. I think this would be a good night to leave the rain fly off, minus all my neighbors, so, because it's not going to rain tonight. A lot of times I'd like to leave it off, but we got home set up in there. But with all these neighbors, we don't want people to see a half-dressed wandering woodsman in there. All right, but let's work on getting the kitchen set up. We need to get cooking. Definitely need the cover for this table. A lot going on here. Oh, there's the metal things. Yeah, last time I used this, we were camping. All right, so we got the stove set up. Yeah, down there's my mail. I might share it throughout the video, maybe not all at once, in some 7-minute long segment, but maybe I'll spread it out through the video this time. But yeah, we have some pasta. We have some Prego roasted garlic Parmesan Alfredo sauce, and most importantly, this was a gift. These dried morel mushrooms. Someone sent me 2 packets of these, so we're gonna put these in the pasta. This should be good. Or kind of in the sun a little bit, which I don't like, but it'll change in a little bit here. I'll have this. This is from last camping trip that we opened up that MRE. Where were we? Oh, that was back down at the New River Gorge National Park. Get some pots out. Right, so one for the pasta and one for the noodles. I mean, yeah, one for the pasta, one for the mushrooms. So hopefully this doesn't take too long. So it's about the same for both. We gotta, rehydrate these noodles, and then same with the morels. Red directions with dried morels. It should take 20 minutes just to, heat these up and make them soft again. All right. I'll cut them up into smaller pieces, and then we got, this should be good too, the Alfredo sauce. Alright, so I'm going to work on filling these up with water and getting the pasta in and stuff like that. I don't know if I can wait to eat, I'm starving. I guess we should put the pasta in before we put the water in. Pasta's always deceiving, you can put too much in. Well, I'm a hungry boy, so we'll see. That should be enough. Because, like, you know, they'll double up in size and stuff. And we'll put the morels, look at them. We'll put them in this one. Alright, so get these with water in them. Never cooked with dried morels before. See how that works. They want to float, but I guess as they rehydrate, they'll sink. All right, they're both going. Keep these things stirred. My pot holder too. These handles get a little hot sometimes. All right, come on, everybody. All right, we'll see. I might share a little bit of mail with you here too, like I said, while I'm waiting for these to cook up. Let's just grab this box. Let's grab this big one here first. These are in no particular order. Let's do this one first. It doesn't really take that long for these guys to like soften up. They're already getting a little soft. Noodles will always take longer. Alright, so this box was from, I got a note in here. Yeah, this is from Tito. I guess that's how you say your name. T-I-T-O. Yeah, hope you're doing well. I'm sending you this box with very gently used items. Hope you can get some good out of them. Even if I can't, I will find someone who can. So, put the note there, but actually some neat stuff in here though. So check this out. Here's a nice little, like winter or fall kind of like jacket. Patagonia. I have one similar to this. It's that green plaid one I wear, but I kind of like this one. So, yeah. And they don't look like they've been worn at all hardly, but he says they're gently used. And then there's this one too. There's a hoodie. I have a million hoodies, but this one, not a bad one. Like I said, if I can't use it, I'll find someone that can. But there you go. But they're nice too. This is not, you know, when he says gently used, he means gently used. I don't know how you looked at them. And then we got a little, kind of like a little mug in here. But I think I could, maybe you could probably keep hot drinks in here, but I could probably keep like hot soup in here. Oh, it's a Yeti. That's probably probably like worth $200 if you know what the Yeti stuff costs. No, but some of their big coolers. But I think I could keep a like in the winter. I thought about that too. Oh yeah, because my friend Walter Zola, he took hot soup on a hike once, and I was like, why didn't I ever think of that? I think it was him. But yeah, I could probably put some hot soup in here. Yeah, because that closes quick. I mean, you could put drink in there too, but yeah, hot soup this winter on a hike. I think so. So thank you, Tito. Like I said, two of these items I think I'll definitely keep. Maybe the other hoodie. Like I said, I can find people. Some of the places I teach at have like little places where they put out stuff for people to take for free and stuff. So I might, who knows? We'll see. Or I might just keep it too. I might try it on, see what I like, see how I feel about that one too. But anyway, thank you. All right, let's see how things are going here. These are softening up really nice, actually. They might be ready soon. They smell amazing. The noodles will take a little bit longer. That's the way noodles are, though. Oh, that's boiling over. I gotta turn this one off. Okay. Alright, I turned that off. I'll let them sit in there. That water's still hot, so I'll let them continue to rehydrate in there in that hot water. That should work. Just need you guys. Come on, hurry up. Might let them take their time, though. That's the way noodles are. Alright, so we're waiting. Let's see what other mail. Let's grab another box or two here. So we're at it. Let's grab this one. I just double check my phone. Yeah, dinged me. I read that there was service here, but I currently don't have it. It says that LTE, which I guess is 4G, someone said, but it's not. Currently says there's no service. So it might be one of those things where it comes and goes. See, now it says it's here. So, all right. Whoops! So I knocked my dish there. Let's move the items over. So, oh, there goes that. All right. So that was from Debbie. I got a letter from Debbie. Look, some other cards in here. Let me get back here. Let me organize. All right, got things organized a little bit. Keep these noodles stirred. You don't stir them; they stick to the bottom. All right. So we got a box from Debbie, one of the Debbies. So we got some. Check these out. Simply protein dipped bars, cookies and cream, and one that's choco berry. I might have to try one of those here soon. I'm starving. But also got these baked crunchy simply banana chips. I might open these now. Actually, I'm starving. I can't wait. Whoa. That's what they look like. Oh, my noodles are boiling. Oh wow, I just caught that just in time. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but they're ready to come over. Alright, let me get this resituated. Alright, I think we're good. I turned it on very low. I'm too busy doing mail, not paying attention to my food. Things are boiling over. Look at those morels. Look at that. Alright. Alright, what was I doing? Yeah, Debbie, the banana chips. They are good. A lot of flies around here. Alright. I think I'll just keep these out and munch while I'm waiting to eat supper. Put these boxes over here. Yeah, it's confusing because I had some cards from home from teaching this last year. Some thank you cards and graduation party invitations. So I got a letter from Debbie too, the same Debbie. Unfortunately, it ripped in half a little bit. When I opened it, a part of it was stuck to the sticky part of the envelope, if that makes sense, but I have the other half in here. So where is it? That was the question. Hold on a second. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's still sticking to the envelope. There it is. There's the other half, so I could read what she sent me. So, thank you, Debbie. But she sent me some magazine cutouts, some different articles to read, some different ideas for filming and stuff. A case of mistaken infamy, local lore. So it's some different ideas. That works. I'm always looking for ideas. Take a hike. Whole different list of different places to go hiking. So thank you, Debbie, for those. I'll look through these. Maybe tonight by the fire. So, all right. Let me set this aside. It's still boiling. I have it set really low. Now they're getting there. Look at that water. I think that those guys feel pretty soft, so I think they're done. All right. 2 more cards. One from Alaska, of all places. So I'll share that with you. Yes, this is from Alaska. This is from Cole. He sent me some postcards before. I think he even sent me some. If you're watching, Cole, you're the one that sent me some different syrup, like birch syrup and things like that from Alaska. I think something else too. But yeah, he says, I'm a student at the University of Alaska, Anchorage. I think last time he sent me stuff, he was like in high school. You've inspired me to become a teacher one day. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah. The Moose Loop after Anchorage, Alaska. So thanks, Cole. I mean, yeah, I mean, for someone who is a teacher, that's pretty cool to, to tell someone that you, yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. Might like a little teary-eyed. That is actually pretty cool to think, that because of you, someone else decides they want to become a teacher too. All right, thank you. And we have a card from Cherish and Rick. Beautiful monarch. Yeah, she sent me some stuff about the CCC, some different pamphlets. Because I was out filming today for the CCC. This is from, there's a place in Promised Land State Park that has like a museum. We've got to get there. Just some more information of some different places. So these all come in handy. Is this a list? What is this one? Oh, more pictures. Oh, a fun sheet for the CCC. Maybe I ought to do a video on this. My noodles are, yeah. Fun facts, odd facts. Yeah, I think I might be able to. Cool. Anyway, we'll see. Thanks though. Like, we visited 2 CCC camps today, so that was pretty awesome. All right, you might be tired of looking at noodles, but we got to keep an eye on them. Yeah, that sun is, wait for that sun to go down. When it gets below that mountain, it'll cool off a lot more down here. Yeah, my neighbors haven't showed up yet. I think there's gonna be a lot of them over there. Looks like it. Just one person there. But yeah. My campfire, oh, this is all not in the sun anymore. Earlier it was. But I do have 2 more boxes of mail. I gotta get this out. This is where I'm gonna try and cut those morels up a little bit on my cutting board here. Alright, well, neighbors have officially showed up. Let me test these noodles. Some of them are sticking to the bottom. Chop my head off there a little bit. Let's just try one here. I got 2 more boxes I'll share with you in a moment here. Make sure that's cooled off. They gotta be soft enough. Maybe just a little bit longer. Oh, yeah. Don't want them sticking. Yeah, so it'll be ready in a little bit. Then we'll drain the water, put the sauce in, get the morels ready, and then we can chow down. The wind wants to blow my stove out there. Alright, so with this box didn't have a name attached to it. Sometimes it's an Amazon box, sometimes there's a name there, but there isn't. There's 2 packs of these are lights that go on your cap. That makes sense. Like, I think they clip on, there's 2 of them, they clip onto your cap, so, or I guess they would face this way, so that's kind of cool. I'll leave these in now, but since I'm always wearing my hat at a camp, it keeps your hands free, so these are actually pretty cool. So thank you to whoever sent me. Like I said, there was no name in the box, so whoever sent it, thank you. Maybe I'll open these later tonight and see if, sometimes they're charged up already. Maybe I should open that. Well, let me show you the box, and then I'll try and get these open. Gotta keep an eye on my noodles too. All right, and here's a box from Dawn and Heather. They have sent me stuff before. Actually, she has a scent here. She's the one that sent me that little. She did like a little hand-drawn thing with like Chinese characters. How it would look in Chinese. The Wandering Woods would look in Chinese. I still have that, obviously. Actually, that's a cool story behind it, because one of my students this past year, she's interested in learning Chinese, and I showed that to her. She thought it was pretty cool. All right, so they have some items to make some gourmet meals. So we have some wild caught pink salmon, tiny shrimp. I already have an idea for this, the tiny shrimp. Maybe my next camping, which we gotta talk about sometime. I have a big trip planning, and some lump crab meat, so I can make some gourmet meals. Oh, some smoked oysters. So yeah, I have some ideas for all those already. And we have this. Double dipped chocolate covered peanuts. We'll try those tonight in a little bit. Let's set those by my banana chips. But yeah, I have some ideas. Especially for this one already. I was thinking of an idea. Making a soup out of these. So thank you, Dawn and Heather, for those items. I know some of you get mad, well, not mad, but some of you don't like those dehydrated meals you eat all the time, but on some trips they're just quick and easy to make. You know, on a day like tonight, I'm not super tired tonight. I didn't do a ton of hiking today, so I can slow down and make a meal like this. But some trips I'm just tired. Like my next trip, I'm going up to the Adirondacks in New York, and I'm gonna be tired on that trip, so I'll probably just eat those rehydrated meals. They're quick and easy to make. All right, I need to drain noodles and cut the morels up a little bit. Do I just put them in? Maybe I'll just put them in like they are. Maybe, huh? Maybe instead of cutting them up, we'll see. All right, I was able to dump most of the water out, but I won't be able to get all of it out. I was gonna bring along one of those noodle strainers, but I forgot. Let's bring this down here. So I'm just gonna put the morels straight in here. Some are kind of big, but whatever. I was gonna cut them up, but look at them, they're pretty cool looking. Alright, I'll get back to you. There's a lot of them. Alright, next is the roasted garlic parmesan Alfredo sauce. should just start dumping. Not sure how much I'll put in, but a lot. I'll put it in, stir it, see if I need more. Oh man, this looks good. More, I think. Can't go wrong with more. It's almost all. I'm just gonna put it all in there. Oh wow, that's a lot. I'll let you look at it in a moment. Yes, this is what it looks like. Very creamy. Wow. I think we'll eat it just right out of this bowl. Might get a little messy. Maybe I should get some paper towels. Morel with some new. Make sure it's not too hot. Wow. That's good. I thought about bringing some meat along, like some ground beef, but this works just like this. Yeah. And just like that, we have fire. With a little help of some fire starter. Yeah, it's about 6:30, so sun is soon going down below that mountain. Already cooling off a little bit. Yep. Dishes are clean. Meal was absolutely delicious. The fire's still going. I've burned all those boxes in there. Don't need them. Yeah, this is one of those days where the smoke keeps shifting. You know, I had my chair over there, moved it here, now I moved it here, now the smoke is coming over there. But anyway, I wish there was an easy path down to the stream down here. But it looks like it pretty much goes straight down. I'd totally be having my coffee down there tonight. But I don't know if there's an easy way to get down. I could, but I'm not carrying a cup of coffee or a mug of coffee, so we'll just have to have it by the campfire. Campfire's going nicely now. Enjoying a nice little book. Guide to National Parks. Go figure. Yeah, we've already done 2 national parks this year. Made to Shenandoah National Park twice already, and then to New River Gorge National Park on our most recent trip. Hopefully get to some more this year too. Yeah, we had a great day today so far. Quite, what was it? Jacoby Falls was amazing. Got to walk down to waterfalls. Did 3 covered bridges today, all in Lycoming County. Got up to number 194, and then there was a rattlesnake on the last one. That's a first, a rattlesnake on a covered bridge, because I had accidentally driven over it. I think it was me. So he didn't make it. I had to put him out of his misery. His head got squashed. So, yeah, visited some CCC camps. That was fun too. But yeah, tomorrow, just visiting 2 places. One place is close by here. It's the, what's it called? The Bark Cabin Natural Area. So there's some old growth forest there. And then we're going to visit the only covered bridge in Clinton County, Logan Mills Covered Bridge. So, just 2 places tomorrow. It's going to get pretty hot tomorrow too, so we'll be heading home when it gets toward the heat of the day tomorrow. Yeah, but then I'll be home for the weekend, but early Monday morning I'm leaving for another big trip. One that I'm kind of excited for, but a little anxious about too. I'm going to be heading up to New York State, the Adirondacks. Some of you might know what I'm going to do already. I've been trying to hit up the high points, but yeah, we got 2 recently, Mount Rogers in Virginia and then Black Mountain in Kentucky, but I'm going to try and do Mount Marcy. They're up there in New York, the Adirondacks. That's going to be a tough one. It's 7.4 miles just to the summit, but then you got to go back. So almost a 15-mile round trip hike. It's going to be tough. But yeah, Tuesday was that the 17th, I believe I'll be trying to summit that peak, so we'll see. It's gonna be might be my toughest hike yet, but looking forward to it. But like I said, it's a little bit nervous about it too. Yeah, the neighbors are all pretty quiet too. I wasn't so sure when I pulled in. I saw all the stuff over there. I thought, oh my, might be a noisy group. They turned out to be a pretty respectful group over there. They're just over there hanging out, cooking and reading. So, yeah. I like quiet neighbors. I try to be a quiet neighbor too. But yeah. It's just a little bit awkward. They're looking at me while over there cooking early, talking to myself and stuff. Like, what's that crazy guy doing? He's over there talking to a camera. Anyway, I guess a lot of people are used to people vlogging these days though, but anyway. I still don't feel terribly comfortable filming around people though. So I feel a little weird about it. But anyway, you need to try those chocolate covered peanuts yet. So been eating the banana chips, but let's try those. Maybe I'll bring those over the fire here. It's about 7:15, so I'll make coffee a little bit later. Maybe closer to 8 when it starts cooling off even more. I got a whole other bundle of firewood in the Jeep too. I have a feeling I'll be sitting out here for a while tonight. It's gonna be one of those evenings where it's gonna cool down and just be perfect by the campfire. Yeah, here we go. Double dipped chocolate covered peanuts by the campfire. Yeah, some vicious little dog down there. Not vicious, but one of the little dogs that thinks it's like a wolf or something. Yes, the people are being quiet, but not that little dog. It's okay. Oh yeah, they were kind of melty. Melty but good. I'm so stuffed from that pasta. I'm not gonna eat too many of these. Or maybe I will. Yeah, that pasta was delicious. It may have been just a little bit better, like I said. I thought about bringing some ground beef along, but I didn't. But that would have made it even better. But it was good the way it was too. That sauce was perfect. The morels were just perfect. And it filled me up. We got that going good again. Time to make some coffee, I think, though. Yeah, so coffee time. I'm gonna try something a little different. I think I'm gonna try making some mint coffee. Yes, you heard me correctly. Because if you go to Starbucks or something, you can buy like mint flavored coffee. I'm gonna try and make it tonight. It's after 8 now, so it's starting to feel a little bit cooler. I think it's gonna be a really nice night to sit around the fire. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, this mint coffee, but we're gonna try it. Yeah. It's turning out to be a really nice campsite. I guess you can see, yeah. So I'm going to use my regular coffee grinds, like you see me do all the time. Get them out of here. I had to make sure I refilled on this trip. Yeah, so you always see me add coffee to this filter. I guess you can see everything there. Yes, 4 spoonfuls. I keep getting comments about that. I'm also going to put a mint tea bag in here. Yeah, with mint medley. Let me put it right on top. We'll see how this works. Usually, if you want a really strong mint flavor, you would let it steep in the tea. But I'm going to try this, see how it works. And instead of flavored creamers, I'm going to use a couple of the plain creamers and also some honey, which I have somewhere. You have one of these little packets of honey. So a couple creamers and some honey. So we'll see how this works. I think that water's ready soon, but let's get these citronella candles going too. Just buggy enough. Not super buggy, but... Oh, hello. Go. I got my, I'll show you, I got my little palm tree out too. It's not super dark enough yet, but got that lit. I gotta bring it on every camping trip now. That fire's calling my name, so let's get this going. We got the color flames too, which we'll throw in a bit. Oh yeah, I gotta try out the little headlights too. Anyway, let's get this, that's really going. So we'll see how this works with the tea bag in there, the mint tea bag. That's just the right amount of minty flavor, maybe. I'll give my honest opinion. Alright, I'll get back to you. Alright, almost there. We'll let it filter through yet, and then we'll add the other goodies. Alright, almost done. I was just playing with the lights. That looks pretty bright. Because it's 2 layers, 2 levels. Bright and low. Cool. So they already work right out of the bag. The bag. Alright, I think this is done. Alright, let's get this off. Let's put the honey in first. I've had these packets for years. These were a gift from somebody, but it's kind of crystallized, but that's okay. Doesn't look appetizing, but it'll be okay. It's still honey. Oops, I missed the bag. And then the creamers. So the plain creamers are not sweetened. So that's why I put the honey in. At least I don't think they're sweetened. We'll find out. Alright. I'm gonna let this cool off just a little bit before I try it. Maybe I'll try it over there by the fire. Actually, that tastes really good from the spoon there. Alright, it's going on 8:30. Got a little bit more firewood left over, but this stuff is nice and dry, but it burns really quickly then. I'm gonna try that coffee in a bit, but I might go for, maybe we'll go off for a walk up by the lake in just a little bit here. There's supposed to be like a bald eagle's nest up there and stuff, so maybe we'll do that in a bit. But let's try this coffee first. Hopefully it's cooled off a little bit. That's interesting. You can definitely taste the mint. It's not too strong either. It could maybe be just a little bit sweeter. But that's kind of good actually. Maybe I'm just kind of used to the mint one from Starbucks. I know like last day of classes, I give finals usually last day in the spring, and I know the one student got me, she asked me what my favorite coffee was, and I said, you know, mint flavor, like a hot coffee, and so she brought that in the last day. It didn't help her do better on the test, but she wasn't trying to do that either. She was just trying to be nice. So, but that one's probably a little bit more creamier and sweeter than this one is. But I could make it, I could put another honey in here and another creamer or two and make it closer to that. But it's pretty good. Mint coffee. Might become a staple of our camping trips. I think we'll pack up and go for a little walk. Alright, let's see if we can find a trail to the lake. Okay, up there's the bathroom. I was kind of wondering where that was. Not too far away. Yeah, our site is just, you can see me up there. I can see my palm tree up there too. Yeah, the lake, the dam breast is right there. I've seen a number of people coming down this way to go fishing, so there must be a trail right up here. Kind of a nice campground. Nice and quiet. Quite a number of people here, but. And there's a little trail. Just asked them if there's a way across. They said there was. I think that's it right there. You can see the dam breast up there, so we gotta go up there. Here's where the water's coming out. Yeah, I guess people are just going straight up. I don't know. Here we go. I was hoping there would be an easier way. I mean, there probably is. I'm probably taking the harder way up, but whatever. Alright, I'll turn you off till we get up top there. Well, this isn't exactly fun, but we're making it to the top. Alright, we're almost there. Kind of. This is the toughest hiking I've done all day. Looking back, wow. You can see all the smoke from the campfires. I crossed right down there. That lady is down there fishing. I think my campsite is just right over there. All right, almost at the top. Ooh, there you go. There's the lake. Whew. Yeah, definitely not to capacity. I mean, it could come, you know, all the way up here yet. So, wow. I think I'll take a little seat on the bench for just a bit before heading back down. It is a beautiful view. Yeah, like I said, just a beautiful spot. No eagles tonight, but from what I read, they have a nest. I think it's on this side of the lake somewhere. I think there's a spot. Yeah, because when we drove in, there's a spot up there called the Eagle Viewing Area, so I think it's a bit further up, a little ways. Yeah, but just a super relaxing, a chill evening down there by the, well, up here and down by the campfire too. Like I said earlier, I was a little worried when I saw all my neighbors, and I saw a lot of stuff out. I thought it might be a huge, noisy group. It is a larger group, but they're all very, like I said, all very respectful. Urban campground was. It seems to be that way. The further north you come here in Pennsylvania, it's different. Like each campground has a different feel, but depending on where you are in the state, in other places it's either noisier or quieter. Anyway, something I noticed. Anyway, I'm gonna hang up here a little bit. When we get back, I'll throw the rest of that wood on the fire and we'll hang out a little bit longer down there. That cool of the evening is really setting in now. Just feels really comfortable. Yeah, no rush tomorrow morning either. Like I said earlier, I'm just stopping at two places. Bark Cabin Natural Area, which is out that way, a little ways, and then that one covered bridge in Clinton County. So I can kind of just maybe sleep in just a little bit, relax. But not too much. It's gonna get hot tomorrow. Well, it'll be hot. Back home it's gonna be like 90 degrees, so up here it might be in the upper 80s. But it's less than a mile hike to the old growth forest in the Bark Cabin Natural Area, so it shouldn't end up being, you know, like too hot of a hike, especially if we do it in the morning. All right, just gonna hang out here just a little bit more yet. It's nice up here. All right, but it's 9 o'clock now. It's that time of year where 9:30 it's still light. The camera makes it look a little bit lighter than what it actually is, but I think I head back. I can't talk anymore. I think I'll head back to my campsite though. Sit by the fire a little bit more. Although it is really nice up here. But I'm gonna head down a different way. I came straight up. Whoops, focus. Came straight up. I think I see a little mowed trail going down that way. Might be a little bit easier. All right, but goodbye, beautiful spot. There's my fire and my palm tree, but let's check out this light that I got earlier. I think that's on high. So it lights things up pretty well. I think it's on low then, yeah. and then off, but then high. So not bad. Cool. I don't have it on my hat at the moment, but yeah, I just want to test it out. They work well. So thanks. Once again, I don't know who sent these to me, but thanks. Alright, now that's a nice fire. Not as nice as the one we had at New River Gorge, the Glades campground. That was magical, but still a nice fire. Yeah, so closing in on 9:30. I'll probably be out here till at least 10 maybe. Fire's burning pretty good, but that wood is really nice and dry and smaller pieces, so it'll burn down pretty quick. Yeah, I got my teeth brushed. Wipe the grime off from the day, the sweat, just with the wet towel. Put on a different shirt, so I feel a lot better. All right, I gotta throw those color flames in yet. And I'll just do what I do here in the evenings, you know, sit by the fire and relax and contemplate the perplexities of life. Alright, so we got those color flames. Let's see if I can aim properly. We'll see what happens. I don't see any color just yet. Wonder if I missed. Oh no, I think I hit. I think I see it melting in there. No color yet though. Oh yeah, I did totally miss. They're way back here. I'm gonna find a stick or something, shove them up there. Wow, that was a total miss. Alright, I think I kind of got them in there. I found a little stick and kind of tried to shove it over there, but it's pretty hot. I see a little bit of color on the end, but I think the packet like disintegrated as I was trying to move it over, but anyway. It is what it is. I could get another pack, but I don't want to. We'll just have a nice orange flame tonight. Well, I think that's it for tonight, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the sack. A little bit after 10 o'clock, so hopefully we'll see you in the morning. Alright, I think it's time to start the waking up process. It's about 6:15, so beautiful morning. Alright, so I got a few things out. Gonna do the coffee and oatmeal thing this morning. We'll do the usuals. After making coffee and oatmeal, we'll start tearing down, packing up, and getting things put away. A little chilly this morning, but it feels good. Because like I said, yesterday it's gonna get warm today though, but still feels good this morning. Alright, let's get some coffee going. I gotta wake up. Get the usual items out. too much. Gotta save room for the creamer. Going with hazelnut. One plain. That's still pretty hot. Alright, but we'll keep on packing. Gonna have some apples and cranberries oatmeal this morning. Whew. Alright, tent is down. I got everything packed up over here. I'll eventually have to get things organized in the Jeep again. It's kind of always gets to be a mess in there on these trips, but we'll organize it up a little bit. But let's I gotta finish my coffee yet too, but let's work on that oatmeal too while we're at it. Get some more water. Whew. Oops. Helps to turn it on first. Hello. Even though it's chilly this morning, I can feel the warmth coming. It's almost 7 o'clock. Because I have been busy packing too, but I've never had the apples and cranberries, but should be good though. And some powdered milk. Just makes it a little more, creamy. I'm running out on that. Now I'm cooling off a little bit. Good. Just sitting here. Alright, got a bunch of stuff packed in the way in the Jeep already. Most of the bigger stuff. Won't wait for the water to warm up. Which it is. I'm gonna get this stirred up. To make a mess. Pack up time. I think I'll have to go use the facilities in a little bit here. If you know what I mean. About 7:15. Alright, we are all cleaned up. Nothing left behind. Everything in the Jeep. So this is a nice place to camp at. Kind of nice and quiet. Like, there's even no number of people here. Camp by the stream. I think I'm gonna head back up to the lake, take one more look out that way. Maybe see an eagle this morning, but we're gonna drive up there this time. I think I'll say farewell to you up there. Yeah, here we are. Because way up there is where we were sitting last night. Maybe we'll just have a seat here for just a little bit. Got the sunrise over there. It's a little bit after 7:30, so got out of camp quicker than I normally do. I think last night I said there was no rush to get out of camp, and there wasn't. I just got up earlier than I normally do, which is fine. I was gonna sit here for a little bit. We're looking at the lake. Maybe we'll see an eagle before we head out, like I said. Yeah, but a beautiful spot. I think I liked it a little bit better last night. A little bit of haze in the atmosphere. I think that's from that the Canadian wildfire smoke. I mean, it's not super bad, but I think I can tell just a little bit. Alright, no eagles. Alright, but I think I'm going to say goodbye to you now. I'm going to head up. I'm going to be heading up to the Bark Cabin Natural Area. It's not a long hike, like I said, about 0.8 miles to the old growth forest area, but I'd like to get that done before the heat really comes in. Alright, thanks for coming along with me here at Little Pine State Park camping. It's been a great adventure so far. We had a lot of fun yesterday exploring and filming things. Now we get to end this morning here. Alright, time to start adventuring today. I got 2 places yet today, so alright, I'm blabbing. Thanks for coming along. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one.